right, so we're riding through here in Australia. All right, good line of sight, planning our ride. You know, position for safety. Look at that line of sight. Great position. Okay, we're gonna pass. Okay. We're gonna pass on a corner. We're not set up for this corner. We're going a little bit too fast. Slow down. This truck driver did not anticipate you coming around that fast. He was anticipating those other vehicles. Found an escape path. Luckily, was able to navigate it. Kept it up. That's what she said. Good job, Brad. Good job, Brad. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. This one's a good one. All right, here we go. So this is a good one. So this is what we're going to see. We're going to see him make a pass that was not the greatest time and greatest speed to do so. But we're going to take a quick look at the line of sight that he has. So he's planning his ride. And then we're going to look at where he found that escape path and didn't panic. Typically, people will just slam the brakes. It's like, oh, off the asphalt, I'm going to crash. I'm going to panic. So he found an escape path, did what he needed to do. Now, I made a mistake to get himself into that position. So right here, this is that line of sight I'm talking about. So if you're directly behind a vehicle, typically in lane position 2, because the vehicle takes up most of the lane. So if you're in lane position 2, typically all you see is the back of that vehicle. He's in lane position 3, so you can see pretty far. Same thing with lane position 1 for the most part. Now, the reason why he's in this position because he wants to pass him. So when you put yourself in that position, I'm going to pass, I need to see. Well, why don't you just ride normally and put yourself in a position so you can see? Don't just do it when you need to pass. Do it at all times. So he's going to get up here. He's like, okay, cool. This vehicle is going to go. I'm going to go. Here we go. Good, powerful bike. We can navigate it. Now get back into your lane. Get back into your lane and slow it down. You're already destroying the speed of everyone else here. Now, why did this vehicle come out in front of us? Side of the vehicle. Remember orange stage? We should be in orange stage anyways right here, passing a vehicle. Why did it come out? Motion-induced blindness, inattentional blindness. Can't judge your speed because all of a sudden, I'm looking left. It's like, oh, those white cars, they're going pretty, I can make it. And then I start going. Instead, it's like, oh, look at those white cars, I can make it. And then all of a sudden, this motorcycle just hauling ass coming out of nowhere. Is it really the car's fault or is it your fault? So this vehicle pulls out because made the assumption, made the judgment based off those other vehicles couldn't see you because you came out of nowhere. And this is why I say if you speed, be aware that you're putting yourself in even more danger, not just for handling the motorcycle, but other people don't know that that's what you're doing. They don't anticipate you. They are making judgments off other vehicles. They never anticipated you doing this. So that's very dangerous because people make decisions based off of their assumptions. So this person right here is turning. Now, what do we do here? This person tried to gun it. It's like, oh, crap, there's a motorcyclist. I got to hurry up. Doesn't matter. We're closing that gap. Now, this motorcyclist did something really good here. Found an escape path. So let's say you got here in this position and no fault of your own. You weren't speeding. Somebody pulled out in front of you. You didn't have enough total stopping distance. So what do? You swerve and you find that escape path. So let's take what's good out of this. Oh, crap, escape path. Cool. Let's see if we can stay on. If we could, stay on here, but you know what? We couldn't. So what do we do now? We find whatever we can and don't panic. Typically, people slam that front brake. You know, they're panicking. Go ahead and lift your butt up a little bit because that back end's going to start bucking like a Bronco. So we're going to be going here, and he's not panicking. He's just rolling off the throttle, and he's allowing the bike to slow down naturally. And it's like, okay, I'm good. Now, that's going to be a huge learning lesson for this motorcycle rider. And I want it to be a huge learning lesson for all of us here. So that's the whole point of this class, everybody, is to make sure that we learn from other people's mistakes and other people's triumphs. This was a good escape path. It was a terrible time to pass, though. All right, lane filtering. Okay, turning right. Whoa! Line of sight. Impatience. What was wrong staying where you were? Ooh, that impact to the right hand. So his fingers, you get that skier's thumb. So the skier's thumb, you can easily do that. Break your thumbs. Break the ligaments attached. All right, so we're riding right here. Why don't we just stay here? You know, like, what's the rush? You know, what's the rush? What are we trying to do? Are we trying to get from point A to point B as quick as possible? Or are we trying to get from point A to point B as safe and smart as possible? I know a lot of people out there driving, they leave 10, 15, 20 minutes late. They rush to work and get on time. Good for you. But you rush to work. You have no control over any of the factors on from your house to work or from your house to where you want to go. You don't have control over those factors. Just leave 10 minutes early. Just leave 10 minutes early. Never rush to work. Call it a day. Plan it. Plan your ride. Plan when you leave. Wake up a little bit earlier. So when we're rushing like this, oh, there's an open area. I'm going to go around this vehicle. I mean, it's just like, what are we doing here? And then we go to this part right here. Whew. Whew. Line of sight problem. So if we go back even further, can't see it, don't know what's happening, don't know if anything's there, we're going to rush towards it. Oh, crap. What are we doing? We have to swerve away from it because we're going to run into the back of this vehicle. Now we're trying to swerve left. It's too late. We are not giving ourselves enough time, not enough vision to make good choices. That's what this is. Stop rushing it. Start planning a ride. Locate hazards. All right, we're riding around here. All right, we're going to go turn left. Whoa, we got hit? Oh, that driver was going straight and he should have turned left. Couldn't anticipate that. Oh, ooh.
Posso?
Checking.
Assicurazione?
So, you okay? You okay? We okay? Oh, I like it. We're not angry.
No, io sto bene. Non credo di essermi fatto niente.
There we go. Very interesting. So it looks like we're lane filtering to get to the left turn. So we're going to turn here. So you notice how it's left turn only right there. We're going to do this. We're going on the outside. We're going to go to here. Now this vehicle decided to do this. Now you can't really anticipate that, but at the same time, we're assuming that's what's going to happen. We're assuming that's what's going to happen. But then this person didn't do that. This person didn't do that. So I don't know. Are they anybody here from this area? It's like, I know it says right turn only, but I mean, if we just go back a couple frames, I mean, everyone else went straight, right? So it's like, it doesn't really matter what the road signage say. Yeah, it's very confusing. Very confusing. So we just cut off a vehicle then. So let's just go through it. After action review, we're trying to investigate this stuff. So if it says turn left and nobody's really doing it and you kind of understand that, it doesn't matter if you turn left and get hit and be like, hey, it's your fault. You got hit. So in this area, you really just got to work with what you got. And I wouldn't be cutting off people last second to get into a left turn lane when other people aren't doing it. Let's take a quick look. Look at everyone else at the top. Look at the rider right there at the top and that car in front. They go straight. And we just cut in front of that person. And we got hit. It's like, I wonder. It's like, what's going through your head at that moment? Right? Anyways, yeah, we shouldn't be doing this then. You know, it does say left turn only. People are going straight. And we get in front. That was poor judgment. Poor judgment.
Porco. Scusa un cazzo, scusa.
Yeah, it's just poor judgment.
Porca troia.
Well, I'm glad he's not upset though. But it's like,
Posso? Ce l'ha l'assicurazione?
Poor judgment. You know I love having my phone on the handlebars so I can see what turns are coming up utilizing my GPS. The best way I think you could do that is using the ROKFORM mount. I use it for my mountain bike, the little FTRs, and then also the big boy FTR that I ride. And guys, links in the description for a discount. Check it out. You're gonna like it, and I'll be seeing you around.
For his composure and swift reaction, this biker miraculously managed to avoid a collision.
Okay, so, oh, left turn, swerves. Oh. Woo. So what he did here was buy himself time with good braking, a little bit of skidding. Thankfully kept it up. That's what she said. So we're going to be riding right here. Now, utilize your phone mount, which we use ROKFORM here at the DDFM crew, but use whatever phone mount you want. I prefer ROKFORM. But the thing is, I use it for the GPS just for this reason, because you'll see on here, it's hard to see, but you probably can't, that there's gonna be a turn coming up, a T intersection. So that kind of puts me in a little bit orange stage, especially if I see another vehicle.
To his
So
composure,
we're gonna get up to here.
this biker miraculously managed to avoid a collision.
Okay, so we can't really see full speed until about here, but when you see a vehicle kind of slowing down and they're not really moving in space and time, you start looking at depth perception. It's like, oh, they're turning. So what do we do prior to an intersection, everybody? Class, what do we do prior to an intersection? We go into what stage? What stage do we get into? Yeah, it's on the board. It's on the walls. You guys can see it. We go into orange stage, everybody. So if we're in orange stage, we already have our hands covering the front brake, and then we're getting ready for that clutch just in case we have to downshift. No Angel, not Brown. Everyone else is right. Jacob's right. Sean's right. We're going to go into orange stage. So that means we're prepped and ready. So we might even have to roll off the throttle a little bit, get some engine braking so we can get some of that front tire weight so that if we do apply some good progressive brake pressure, we won't be skidding and scuttling and movings and things. But yeah, we're going to get up to here. So there's that initial jab. So he has good perception. He did good with the reaction. And how's your fundamental skill of progressive brake pressure? That's the big thing here. Make sure you guys practice. We do have progressive brake pressure training on Motorcycle Training Concepts. So if you want to check that out, please do so. Link is in the description and the chat right now. We're going to go over here. Now, the goal is to slow down enough, because this is our total stopping distance. So the goal is to slow down enough to allow this vehicle to keep going. But here's the crazy thing. It's towing a trailer, so it's even longer of a vehicle to hopefully let go by. So what do we do? Well, this is where good progressive brake pressure needs to kick in, buying us some time. So hopefully by the time we get to here, this vehicle is like right here. And then the trailer is like right here. It's like, well, it's still in our path of travel, right? So hopefully we're braking, gently release the brakes, and now do a little bit of a swerve. So you could do both. The goal is to buy you some time with the braking and then move out of the way. Now, if you're holding that brake down hard and you try to swerve at the same time, you're going to have a bad day. This is why you need to practice. This is exactly why you need to practice. You need to train with a purpose. Train like your life depends on it, because it does. It does. Train like your life depends on it. So when we see this, you did a good job. Let's take a look.
Biker miraculously managed to avoid a collision.
Braking, swerve a little bit to the left. But you see that little jostle? He lost traction, so a little bit too much rear brake. Lost traction on the rear brake, but here's the thing. He saved himself by releasing the rear brake, and it re-caught. So let's watch it one more time.
Miraculously managed to avoid a collision.
Did good. Hey, close calls are close calls. If it's not pretty, but it works, hey, I don't care. It did good. So right now, what he's going to do, he's going to pull over, check his pantalones for any pupus, and he's going to be doing fine after that. All right, moving on with this. Riding around with Motobender 400. Hey, you got in front of him. You cut off that truck driver. Leave it. No, we're not. We're not going to leave it. Okay. I think there might be something going on here. I think there might be something going on here. Let's see with the initial. Let's take a look at the initial. You see how he keeps looking left? I want to say it's because of head checks. I want to say we just got on the interstate. Let's say we just got on the interstate right now, because the slotted lines, it looks like we just got on. All right, so we got people in front of us. We're going to switch left. Doing a couple head checks because we're going to get in this far left lane. How did you not see that vehicle? If you're doing head checks and you see the big truck coming at you, how did you not see that vehicle? Okay, so we cut off the truck. We cut off the truck. Okay, that truck had to swerve. The truck had to swerve and straddle this line. And you can see the shadow right here. Because of what this motorcyclist did, cut off this truck, made him swerve or her swerve, and cut off another vehicle. You see what I mean? So who really started what? Was it a mistake? Probably. Motorcyclists made a mistake, but now we're having problems. Okay? Let's do it one more time. Take a quick look at it. So we just got on, we cut in front of the truck that was going at speed, cut him off, and we're like, whoa, what happened? Now we're pissed. So now we're all agitated for miscommunication. Okay? And now it's like everyone's going to speed, everyone's doing their thing. So we just did that. So here's the thing. What are we doing on the road? Are we trying to get from point A to point B as safe as possible or fast as possible? What are we trying to do here? What are we trying to do? Let's go back just a little bit. You know, why fast forward through all these things? So here's the thing. When I see the context of it all, not just that initial, oh, I got cut off and now I kicked the car. When I see how things are being ran, I'm pretty sure this is not legal, which is going to agitate a lot of drivers. And now we're back to here. So we're in the right lane. We're in the right lane. Take a look. We're in this lane, not the middle one. This car is merging into this lane. We're not there yet. We moved in last second. Okay? That pisses us off because it puts us in danger, and that's a huge thing. Puts us in danger. This looks like it's New York, so I highly doubt lane filtering in New York is legal. All right, so there's the kick. We're not paying attention to safety at all. We don't care about safety. We're just trying to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. Or we do care about safety, and we believe this is the safe way of doing things. So that might be the thing. That these two riders might believe that lane filtering at high speeds, cutting off other cars, and just riding like this is what is safe. And I don't believe that's the case. I'm sorry. That could be the thing, but I don't believe that's it. But if it is class, and you truly believe that you need to be lane filtering and you need to be doing these types of things to stay safe, you don't have to do that. You can go with the flow of traffic, recognize patterns, planning your ride, using the color code stages. You can be a smart rider and not have to deal with any of these things. So if you believe you have to do these things as a motorcyclist to be safe, I'm telling you right now, that is not what you should be doing, and there's many other ways to be safe. Let's not do this. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time live, so make sure you check that out. But if you want to check out some other things like this video right here, or this video right here, please do so. It supports the channel. Click that like button, by the way. Check into class. Anyways, I'll be seeing you around.